What's up everyone, it's Gaijin Gamer here, back with another Summoners War Lost Centuria video, and today will be the free-to-play journey episode 3. So without further ado, we'll do some summons, we'll do some gameplay, and hopefully we can get to Diamond today. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Alrighty everyone, and as you can see we have enough to do a 10 pull, as well as I believe I have some other summons to do as well. So we'll kick off the video with some summons here. Hopefully we get some good stuff, hopefully we can upgrade what we have and see what we can do from here. So let's see. Okay, not too bad. A couple of Coon cards right there. Maybe we'll get a hero class card out of here. That'd be pretty great. I'm pretty much just looking for anything. I would love to get some more Berettas, to be 100% honest. Bernard's never a bad thing. Let's see what else are we able to get. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get here. This would be awesome. To get a Lapis would be preferred. Okay, Vitality Conversion, not the worst thing in the world. That was actually pretty good free chest right there. You know what? We're doing not too bad with these. I'm telling you, these free chests are pretty dang good. People, I don't know. I think I kind of definitely undervalued them. And as you can see, Chain of Despair, that's always nice. That's definitely a spell I've been using quite frequently as of recently. Let's see, what else are we getting here? Come on, Beretta. No, Ramagos, not bad. Let's see, we got a few more of these. Maybe we can get one more hero class level card here. That'd be pretty sweet. And yeah, regardless, these are always nice. They're nice free. Make sure you're kind of using these medals every day because you get some pretty good stuff out of them, as you can see. So after we're done with these, we'll go ahead and just hop into some other summons that I've got going on. We'll see if we can't pull anything good. Yeah, we got quite a few of these summons. Wow, you really do accumulate quite a bit of this currency. Make sure you're definitely utilizing that because it is pretty dang good. As you can see, we're just getting a bunch of stuff, and all this is essentially for free. Alrighty, so now we'll hop into some of the free summons I've been saving up here. Okay, awesome. And now we'll go on to a couple of these books here. Okay, legendary straight off the bat. Wow, that was off a single pull. Hopefully we can get a dupe of something that I use. I prefer Poseidon. It would probably be my top dog. And Artemio, okay, I got him last episode, and now he's going to be level 8. That's pretty sweet. I may have to kind of build my team and kind of utilize him because that's pretty exciting. We'll have him at level 8. That's not a bad thing. Let's see if we, wow, 2 books in a row. If we go straight from a legendary to a hero, and maybe we can get Lapis here. That'd be pretty sweet. Okay, Soha, wow, I just keep getting Soha. Like, that's pretty nuts. You know what? Usually my singles have been quite unlucky lately, but who knows? Maybe the tide has turned as far as my luck goes with these. So we'll see if we can't get anything else out of this video. I'd love to get some more copies of Beretta because he's, oh, Shannon 25 copies. That's pretty good. She could definitely be utilized with like people like Copper and stuff like that. She's kind of, I think, kind of undervalued slightly just due to the sheer amount of buffs that she brings, and it's really cheap too, her ability. So we'll see. Okay, another hero class out of a single pull here. So we're doing pretty decent, I'd say, so far, for sure. So let's see. Oh, we got a new, okay, we got a Sophia finally. So that's not bad. Alrighty, 3 cards at that. So we'll be able to upgrade her to level 6 there. Alrighty, and we'll pull these tombs right here. And then we'll pull the 10 pull afterwards, and then we'll be moving on to some gameplay. Hopefully we can get to Diamond today. I'd love to be able to get to Diamond as a free-to-play player. And yeah, just show you guys that it can be done, and it's not the hardest thing in the world. I've had a pretty good win rate with my team so far. One thing that I wish the game would implement is a like win to loss ratio, just so you can kind of see how people get to certain spots in the game. You know, if they're really having to grind it. Oh, that was sweet. 25 cards, Bernard. That is really amazing. So I'm pretty happy with that. So let's see if we can get with the 10 pull here. Oh no. Oh no. You never want to see this. That's big yikes, but at least we have a lot of rare cards, and I'm hoping for some Beretta. That would be ideal. Nothing. Ouch. Let's see, you know, don't get me wrong, Turgo's 10 cards, that was pretty nice, but dang, that was pretty rough. Alrighty, well, let's see what we can get out of this last hero card right here, and hopefully it's Lapis. Alrighty, Copper. Well, you know what, overall, not the worst thing in the world, not the best, and let's go over to some gameplay. Alrighty. Alrighty everyone, and so by popular demand I decided to do 3 matchups today, and as you can see in this first matchup here on my way to 3000, my opponent's got 2 legendary soul stones, and those things are really amazing if you've ever kind of looked into what, some of these legendary soul stones do. So I think my opponent's got kind of like a distinct advantage. Now whether he plays it correctly, well, it's yet to be seen here. However, I do apologize for the little latency that we see here. I'm not quite sure what's going on today, but my computer's been a little bit, or internet has been like a little bit maybe wonky, or maybe it's the game. I'm not quite sure, but as you can see, I just kind of went for some raw damage. He had the cleanse in hand, so he took it. I have 4 opponents in the front row, so I've decided to use Lapis. I tend to not use Lapis if there's not at least 4 targets. Sometimes I'll go with 3. But anything less, I do believe there's probably better options, is like using Tessarion or something, because it's just hitting the back row as well. Next up, I'm going to try to go for a Megan here, and my opponent goes for just tries to take out my Rakan. And so I've got my buffs up. Going to just test the waters to see if my opponent has a Dispel here, and we'll see what happens. As you can see, nothing as of yet. He goes for the kill shot on my Jean. I just put some more damage on his whole team here, and with that failure to kill, I'm just going to go for broke here and decide to use my spoil, and then I'm going to try to combo into. See, in this right here, my opponent uses Megan, and I'm confident that he doesn't have a Dispel in hand, so I decided to go straight for the Beretta, for the double dots, and this is just doing a ton of damage to my opponent. I'm going to go ahead and use this transfer, just give my opponent all of these stuns right back, and as you can see, my opponent's just starting to crumple under the insurmountable pressure that I'm kind of putting on, unfortunately. So like I said, at the very end, 3 targets, boom, it's Lapis time. And Lapis doesn't mess around. She does a ton of damage. It's absolutely disgusting. But that was a nice little steal. Luckily it didn't get resisted, as most of mine do get resisted. Get a little chill tornado. Respect to my opponent for playing this matchup out. So big kudos to you, and good game. I really do appreciate it. Alrighty everyone, and now on to matchup number 2 out of 3 for today. And as you can see, my opponent's rocking a quite stout team. This is what you call probably like a dolphin, as he has several level 9s, definitely a bunch of level 8s as far as the legendaries go, and like a Beretta, as well as I'm not even quite sure what that fairy's name is. I forget from time to time. But as you can see, I'm just going to try to push the mana advantage right away. That's a nice little deceleration that my opponent used right here. So we'll see. I'm going to attempt to use some raw damage here, just see if my opponent has a response. And we'll just take a look. Luckily, he didn't have Wusaw, but he was able to use his Beretta in response, which is nice. I would always counter Beretta with a Beretta if I was my opponent as well. Just try to keep pushing the damage. So here we got the deceleration off. We're just trying to see what my opponent does. I'm just going to try to push some damage. I have 4 targets still out front, and the damage is still worthwhile for Lapis, so I'm going ahead and using Lapis here, then going straight into an acceleration and a damage buff here. We'll see what happens here, see if my opponent kind of reacts with anything. So with the delay, my opponent's definitely has a little bit of advantage here, so I'm just trying to push some damage. He decides to use his Wusaw. I'm going to attempt to steal it back. We'll see if I get resisted, as I tend to get resisted, and this was a huge, absolutely huge play by my opponent. 4 stuns, stopped my ability, as well as did some absolutely insane damage to all of my water characters. So that was a very amazing play by my opponent. Still, this might be a little bit insurmountable that we might be able to come back from, especially with his characters being at a high level advantage, but we'll see what we can do here. As you can see, I got the Change of Despair off, and now he doesn't have the ability to Dispel anymore. I'm sorry, at least with the fairy in the back there, he's able to. But yeah, so that was a nice little response by my opponent there. This is going to be a pretty close match here. My opponent just seemed to have all of the answers to all my plays, which is kind of unfortunate, and that chain lightning was absolutely, absolutely devastating to me. So we'll see what we can do here. Gonna play it out though, see if we can't come back, maybe it's a miracle here. Just gonna go for the double dots as soon as I get them. Yeah, and then boom, got some dots off. Probably gonna go for a Tessarion, see what kind of damage I can do. Oh man. This ended up being quite the close matchup, but unfortunately I don't think I have a shot to win this, just due to the fact that his Perna is still kicking. It's unfortunate that I wasn't able to get the Oblivion off in the Perna before it died the first time, but unfortunately, this is going to spell defeat. Alrighty, everyone, and now on to the final matchup potentially of the day here. As you can see, I kind of fast forwarded you in time a little bit, and we are just one win away from hitting 3,000 and getting into Diamond 5 as a free-to-play player here, so that's pretty exciting. My opponent's got a pretty decent lineup. However, he's got no mana synergy, which makes me think this is probably going to be a pretty decently easy game, which kind of makes me excited. As you can see, I'm lagging quite a bit here, so I do apologize for that. But even with lag and not being able to use my abilities, let's see if I can kind of come back from this. So that's kind of unfortunate. We'll see if we can push the mana advantage and see if we can't get ahead of my opponent here. So my opponent did pretty well, putting out some raw damage on me. I'm just going to go straight for some Lapis damage here. Since he's got 4 targets in the front, I really do enjoy using Lapis anytime my opponent has either a full front row or a full back row. She just definitely exceeds. I'm going to try to steal his shield right here. And from here on, I'm feeling pretty confident because that's a pretty big shield for my entire team, and it's got a very nice duration on there. So I'm going to put some raw damage on my opponent. I'm not sure he'll have enough mana to respond with his Eleanor, even if he had it. So I'm just going to keep pushing for some AoE. Oh, in fact, he did. So that was pretty good play by my opponent. So from here, I'm just going to establish my mana dominance once again. And we'll see if we can't just keep pushing until my opponent finally crumples under the AoE pressure that my team kind of builds. So I'm going to use my Centuria on here, just put damage on both teams. I don't really like the Lapis play just due to the fact that I don't have a full 4 targets. But as you can see, my opponent went ahead and kind of dotted up my whole team. We'll transfer those over to my opponent here. And I think we're looking at a pretty good matchup here where I think I'm going to win this. So that's good. I think I'm going to be able to get to Diamond. So that was a nice little play by my opponent. I was able to lock down his Lapis though, which was kind of the biggest threat and really the only thing that I was scared of kind of moving forward, as now that my Lapis is up against his final back row, she's just going to get such large shields, and wow, I just went ahead and just killed everyone. That was a pretty insane set of crits from my Lapis there. I will say props to my opponent for playing this out. I do think that that's definitely respectable, and wow, I was able to get to Diamond 5 here. So that's pretty exciting feat as a free-to-play player, and we'll see how much further we can get from here. So that's pretty insane. So we'll see. I always like to watch it kind of change from gold to diamond here, so we'll go ahead and watch that out, and then we'll hop over to the outro here. Boom. Alrighty guys, and as you can see, we made it to Diamond 5 completely free to play. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in, see what this legendary card is. Hopefully it's a duplicate, because I would love to increase the power of something I already have, but you know what, I'll just take anything at this point. So yep, nice, a little woo saw, that's not too bad. It gives me a little more additional options to use, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, so we've also got enough to do another little summon session, so we'll go ahead and do that real quick here as well, just because hitting 3,000 gave us 1,000 gems. So we'll go ahead and do this real quick here, so we'll see what happens. Okay, got a little skill stone. Hopefully it's something good here. Hopefully it's something good. This is not that great of a summon, unfortunately, though. I don't know why this game just wants to keep giving me stuff for Seek. It's kind of frustrating, and this is a pretty much overall garbage summon. I'm not too keen on that. Well, that was a little bit unfortunate. But, hey, 3,000 free to play. That's not too bad. Alrighty, and just a few announcements before we end today's videos. First and foremost, I just want to thank all of my guild members for supplying me with some Beretta cards, as almost everyone in the entire guild is kind of, requesting for Beretta cards, so I really do appreciate you guys, supporting me in my journey on this free-to-play adventure here. Next up, I just wanted to let you guys know that we will be covering the arena in next video, and I do want to kind of figure out what's all the ins and outs, and I may include all of the battles in the video, so please just let me know if that's something that you would like. And then finally, I'm going to start doing champion spotlights on a lot of the heroes here, so please let me know who you would like me to cover first. But without further ado, I'm Gaijin Gamer, signing out.